Hey, welcome back. I've got Puss in Boots in my lap. So far, so good. I have a suspicion that everyone listening to this would be thrilled and delighted to know what their purpose and best meaning in life is. In other words, if you could know, I'm going to use old-fashioned language, but if you could know God's will and do it, so to speak, another way to say that would be if you knew and felt that you were in ideal alignment with your destiny and what you were most optimally designed to do, that you would really love knowing that, and that would be a great asset. And there's probably nothing more that you would want to do or be compelled or interested in doing than to do God's will, so to speak. If I'm wrong about that, still, this might be of interest to you. So, with that in mind, how on earth are we supposed to know what God's will is for us? How could we know what our destiny is? Some of us have been wandering through adventuresome lives. We've tried a host of things, and here we are. And yet, at this moment today, if we were to know with unfailing certainty and accuracy what it is that we're supposed to do, that we're best at, what we're most optimally suited for, where what we did and what we thought and what we felt led to the best benefit for ourselves and for everyone else around us, I think most of us would really find that a valuable thing. So the great question is, what I'm getting at, and the topic this week is, how do we know? How do we know that something's right or wrong for us? Some of us have erred or strayed. Now, if you think about when we were little kids, imagine ourselves as little baby radio receivers. There's a signal being sent, but we're young and immature, and our radios are being very much influenced by the people around us, shaping and molding us into interpreting reality into a host of alternative ideas that may not be optimal. They may not be the best for us. So maybe to some degree, our ability to receive and interpret signal was somewhat distorted and corrupted when we were young. Or maybe we got a healthy ability to do that. But there's a great spiritual principle that I want to bring in. And if we were deposited in this universe as conscious beings without some sort of internal faculty of telling us what's right, what's wrong, what's higher, what's lower, what's optimal, what's suboptimal, what's good for us and what's bad for us, what's true and what's false. If we were truly in this universe, random bits of protoplasm without some internal faculty that would tell us the direction, we'd really be extra super screwed. But there's a line from scripture, and I think it covers everything in perfect brilliance. And it says, by the fruits you shall know, by the fruit you shall know. So what does this silly ancient saying mean? It means we have an internal GPS or guidance system inside of us. And as it becomes more properly honed and tuned and accurate and sensitive, we know by the fruit of the experience inside of us, oftentimes by our gut reaction, whether something is good or bad for us. Now, we might say, yeah, but I've made some mistakes. How about the first time I took a drink and I was like, wow, this is the best feeling I've ever had. I think I'll chase this for a while. I'm just using that as an example. Still, the principle holds because we follow whatever fruit we get, and ultimately it just leads to something higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. So I'm talking about today, right now, and what is our gut telling us about any situation? All of you have been meditating, probably praying, engaged in spiritual wisdom and activities for a good long while now. And we know in our gut by the fruit, that's the fruit. It's telling us whether something is higher or lower, good or not good for us, whether it's something we should be engaging or disengaging. And this is that great signal that's being sent to all of us. It's like I like to say, the signal is always being sent. So this week is about trusting and listening, especially any place in our lives right now where we know that the signal is telling us something is amiss or something's wrong, or we are engaging in something that we know is not good for us or is not optimal or is not serving our best purpose. So that's the topic. By the fruit you shall know. And you might examine your own life to see what's my internal GPS, my guidance system telling me. And we'll talk more about it during the week. And I truly feel that if we examine this great spiritual principle will blossom in our understanding. Have a beautiful day.